Well, good morning, Dirtfish friends. How good is this? We're in downtown Dunedin for the start of the Otago Rally. We're looking forward to a fabulous day's rallying. 8 stages ahead of us today on some of the very finest rally roads you will find anywhere in the world. But it all kicked off yesterday evening at the Octagon, right in the centre of Dunedin. Amazing place to start the rally. Great atmosphere, such a huge crowd. A lot of people saying more people there last night than they've ever seen before. And you know what? It was a great chance to catch up with our drivers. So much interest in one driver in particular, Chris Meek, the man from Dungannon in Northern Ireland, a 5 times winner in the World Rally Championship. But he's never rallied in New Zealand ever in his career. This is the first chance that he gets to see these wonderful New Zealand stages. Chris Meek, though, had a bit of a taste of the Rosendale Escort that he'll drive this week earlier on at Shakedown.
You know, the roads are sublime. You know, it's that natural element of the curves are just organic. They're not made up. They're not a man-made road. They just flow, and the elevation it's not too aggressive, but it's enough to keep the interest. But no, it's a stunning place.
Now, Dean Buist, he's a man who's won in the classics here 3 times before, so you'd have thought he'd have every right to maybe see himself as favourite this time around.
I mean, some years it's quite good because the imports they have aren't as good as the others, but the last few years they've been quite good.
What does it take to win? Tell me what it takes to win. You won 2 years ago. What will it take to win this year?
Chris would have to have a problem, and I'll have to have none.
Derek Asen is another man who's won the classics here, but this year stepping in for Peter Leicht in a car that Derek once owned.
Last time I drove it was 16 years ago, so it's a bit like being reunited with an old friend.
Is that right? 16 years since you drove it. Have you had a chance to shake it down at all?
And I've done it from the tour shop to here, so stage 1 will be like, see what these brakes are like.
Now, this young driver, Ari Pettigrew, a lad who really does have something special about him. He outperformed many more experienced drivers in the National Championship last year. This year, though, it's a bit of a different experience for him.
We're pretty cool, first time ever in an Escort, so really looking forward to the weekend. And obviously the Otago Classic Rally is like such an icon around the world, so it's pretty cool to be able to compete in it finally. After, like when I was younger, watching Ari Vartanen come over here, obviously I got named after him, so it's pretty cool to be able to compete in the same event he did in the same sort of car, so yeah, pretty cool.
Now, in the 4-wheel drive classics, a lot of people are here to watch the man who's more used to competing on 2 wheels, the free ride downhill mountain bike champion, Brandon Semenuk. But listen, he's a man who knows how to compete on 4 wheels. He is 2 times US champion as well, competing here in New Zealand for the first time in a car he's unfamiliar with and on stages he's unfamiliar with.
You know, this is about having fun, and the car's such a different package, and I don't really know how it's going to go yet, so it's at places timed or really hard to anticipate what the notes should be because I don't know what speed we're going, braking points, things like that.
And what about up front in the main field? Well, Hayden Paddon's not here this year. What does that mean? It means there are a number of drivers who fancy their chances.
All of a sudden there's an opportunity there. Normally we all know that Hayden is, unless something goes wrong, he's always the one to beat. So I think it does make it a lot more interesting this weekend. But it's a huge event and there's a lot of stages to get through.
It's probably a bit of a tough one. I've been leading here before when Hayden hasn't been here and, been pushing pretty hard and, likes of when Ken Block and that were here and had good lead and lost it, at some stage through the rally. So, punches and all sorts. So I think it's probably just one of those occasions where you need to play the smart game and play the long game and, be fast but get to the end.
And while Robbie Stokes, Todd Bodden and Jack Hawkswood are also serious contenders, there's another competitor here, ticking off his rally dream thanks to New Zealand's most successful rally driver.
This rally has so much history, it's been one of the most popular events around the world and it was on the bucket list, so I'm really happy to have ticked it off with a perfect team and the car here with a great opportunity, so I'm looking forward to the weekend. We had a chat with Hayden and he said the car is available, so it's very difficult to get an R5 in this part of the world, and he said come on and jump in and drive, so I made the most of it and we've had a good test. Of course we had a bit of an incident at the test, but yeah, that's a part of the sport and we're back here, the car's perfect, looking forward to the weekend.
So cars already rolling into, well, that's the first time control, the passage control up to the first stage of the day. It is going to be an absolutely cracking rally. We have a record entry list here this weekend, over 130 competitive crews taking part. Folks, the weather's set fair. The stages are looking magnificent. The cars are beautifully prepared. It is going to be one heck of an Otago Rally.